just kind of watching a lot of white identity extremism occur and not be labeled as such. But otherwise, things are great.
Do black men have more power than black women?
Of course they do.
Why are black people so weak that they allow this to happen?
Well, I wouldn't say the question would be why are black people so weak. The question would be is why is white supremacy so diabolical and savage? Like I got time for that. Hey guys, so I wanted to come on here and talk about Jahleel Addae's release from the LA Chargers football team. Now, if you don't know who he is, less than a month ago, he faced a lot of social media backlash for being in a video with his fiance, toasting with other football players to the creation of more light-skinned babies. And this was something that was widely talked about. He got on social media and responded. There was a lot of people who were dragging him. It brought up the discussion of colorism, as it rightfully should, and also brought back into the dialogue of Black men specifically having a fetish for whiteness. So I want to give a big shout out and thanks to my current Patreon supporters. And I want to provide people the opportunity, if you're looking to support the channel, to sign up and become a patron to support the channel. You do have access to exclusive. So if you would like to support the channel, please sign up, become a patron, and support that way. Also, the Dusty Beta Male t-shirt shirts are available, and you can purchase them if you like to. They are available in a multitude of different sizes and colors for both males and females, and the link to where you can get these shirts will also be included in the description box as well as pinned to the comment section. So thanks to everyone who's a Patreon supporter. If you want to become a supporter of the channel, you can sign up via Patreon, and the link will be in the description box and pinned to the comment sections. And the Dusty Beta Male shirts are available for purchase. Fast forward to, March 9th, which was Saturday, where the LA Chargers chose to release him from his position within the football team. And what's really interesting now is if you hear the reasons why and how they're actually going about it, because they said that it was unexpected, so he didn't see this coming, but very necessary that they cut him on Saturday. They said that the decision was a shock to a lot of people. They thought that he would remain on the team, given the fact that the general manager, who was Tom Telesco, and the coach, Anthony Lynn, said that they kind of valued him for his tough presence in the locker room. However, many other people are saying that they'll be saving money. It wasn't worth keeping him around much longer. They're saying that other supporters of the team agreed that he just wasn't someone who should be on the team. So a lot of people on social media, they came on there and they also made comments about how much of a horrible player he was. Again, they're saying they're going to save $5 million just by cutting him. Now, what's really interesting is that a lot of people will say that this is some kind of karmic situation where, he went up here, he praised a group of people who by and large don't really care anything about him. Ultimately, he got cut from his position. Now, the reason why people are saying this is because understand that when you see people like Jahleel Addae, and he's not the only football player who behaves this way, you see them putting certain emphasis on women. Usually those women are white women. They herald them up as the standard. They feel like when they get in a position of success, they somehow arrived because now they can attract them, especially certain types of them. But what we do understand also is that these women look at them as a golden ticket. They look at them as a means of getting financial gain, of having a come up. They'll have children with them, whether they're in a marriage and getting alimony and child support and spousal support, or just having children with them and then getting large amounts of child support. Either way, they end up extracting significant amounts of wealth from that person, to the degree that many athletes are said to go broke 5 years after retiring because of how much money they're paying in child support. And we know that a significant amount of this is going to the white women that they entered into relationships with. Look at Blake Griffin, who's spending, he has to pay a significant amount of child support. Look at Lonzo Ball, who's his baby's mom was seeking $30,000 in child support per month. So you have a number of different examples of how this is a lucrative come up for them. Now, since Jahleel Addae has been cut from the Chargers and they're trashing his name, you have to understand how likely is it that he's going to get picked up by another football team. And even if he does, how likely is it that that woman is going to stay with him in the meantime? Because as of right now, he's unemployed. He lives in LA. So when you're unemployed living in LA, that lifestyle is going to change significantly. And so a lot of people probably are wondering, how long now is this engagement to this woman that he was just toasting to more light-skinned babies less than a month ago? How long is that going to last now? Because now we know the stream of revenue, the lifestyle may change, assuming he's not put on another football team sometime soon or given a position that's allowing him to make a comparative amount of money, which we know that isn't always the case for all of these athletes. That's one of the things that they should understand, but they don't understand. And a lot of them end up learning that lesson. And I think, when situations like this happen, I think that the Black female community should withdraw support, because we don't want another situation to happen like what happened to the football player Emmanuel Ibui overseas, where after the woman took him for all of his money and all of his wealth and resources, then he went back over to Africa and married an African woman that he was engaged to prior to making it onto a European football team. He was basically on like a college level. Then he got drafted by the pro soccer teams in Europe, broke up with his African fiance, went out and married a British woman. She took him for all his wealth and resources. Then he went back to the Black woman. These are situations that typically end up happening. And I don't think in Jahleel Addae's situation, it will be any exception. And I think it's interesting how when you see these things happening, 1 minute they're sitting up here toasting, happy, feeling like they've made it, they've accomplished everything. They have the money, the prestige, the position. Now they have the white woman and a mixed kid. Then how fast that comes crashing down, and they have to learn where is the allegiance? Was this woman really with you because she desired you as a man? Probably not. Or did she see you as a meal ticket? Because even now, regardless of whether she marries him, she will still extract resources from him because she has a child by him. So she can simply break her engagement off from him, go find the next athlete to be with, and still extract money from him. It'll be interesting to see if you see news a couple months from now saying that the engagement was broke off, if you follow the story. It'll just be really interesting, but I suspect that it'll play out the same way these situations tend to play out. But let's go over a few of the Twitter reactions and social media reactions, and then we'll wrap up the video. Now you saw how some of these people are going in on him. A lot of people are saying they're not surprised. You see some people making fun of it. But again, there's a number of mixed expressions. I'm just wondering, based off the way that they're putting this and the fact that they're saying he was a horrible player and it should have been done, he's not worth the money that was being spent on him. I wonder how that's going to affect his career and his ability to get back on a team or be in the sports industry in general. But you guys let me know what you think. Thank you for your support. I'll see you in the next one.